Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Premier Decision. I know this has been a highly anticipated event here at Underground Sports Philadelphia with the return of our original expansion franchise, Top Bins, and me taking over as one of our co-hosts along with Mark Kremer and Harrison Kremens. We have a big decision today, but before we get to our big decision, there are still 4 teams remaining in the running for my fandom, which means we have to eliminate one of them right here. It's been a long journey. This all started a year ago with myself and Dom Ponteri joking around that I would be picking a Premier League team to be a fan of, not knowing all that much about European soccer. Here we are a year later, and we're narrowing things down. To get to our final 3, the next team eliminated from my fandom search for a Premier League, football, soccer, whatever you like to call it, team, is Newcastle United. A team that I thought early on was going to be my team. I love their crest, I love their colors, their jerseys are clean, and Alexander Isak is a generational talent. But at the end of the day, you have to be able to connect with the club in a multitude of ways to unite your fandom with them, and I just couldn't see it through with Newcastle United, which brings us down to our final 3. And if you're unaware of our final 3, that leaves Liverpool, Crystal Palace, and Brighton. 3 teams that all have a lot of things that I could see myself rooting for. Liverpool, who we have right here, obviously the fandom of the original host of this show, Matt Kesserino, my brother-in-law, and my sister, Sarah Bennett. They've rooted for Liverpool as long as I've known them. I've been around the Liverpool fandom, seen the highs and lows from Matt through fandom, through the podcast, and more. It's an easy team to get behind with family ties and a lot of generational talent to root for. The next team, Brighton, who I have here to my right. Team that is owned by a fan of the club, grew up rooting for the club, did Tony Bloom. They bring in a lot of under-the-radar talent and have a lot of young talent and are building towards something special. And looking into the fandom as I started my search this summer, they spent £200 million this offseason. An owner that's willing to spend to bring victory to his club has a soft spot in my heart, and it reminds me a lot of John Middleton from the Philadelphia Phillies. The final team is Crystal Palace. Something just about an eagle, sings to my heart. It always brings me joy seeing eagles succeed. But ladies and gentlemen, the only eagle that I want to see success with is the Philadelphia Eagles. Crystal Palace has officially been eliminated from the Premier Decision on the basis that, 1, I can only root for the Philadelphia Eagles, and 2, I cannot subject my fandom to rooting for another team that has ownership attached to Joshua Harris and David Blitzer, as I already root for the Philadelphia 76ers, and it makes me absolutely stir crazy. So Crystal Palace, c'est la vie. You've been eliminated from my fandom. And as I record this decision, the weekend of the NFC Championship game, go Birds, Josh Harris. I hate you. And then there were 2. Liverpool and Brighton. The easy decision, a fandom that I know, people that I can relate to, generational talent that's towards the top of the table year in and year out. Or Brighton, a team that I genuinely don't know anybody that's a fan of. They fly under the radar, no pun intended, to their mascot being a seagull. They spend money. Their owner grew up a fan of the club. And who doesn't like getting behind a team that nobody really roots for? I like a good underdog. And with all of the crazy rumors flying around Liverpool right now, with potential stars leaving the club, a lot of uncertainty, I don't want to get behind a bandwagon team. I don't want to get behind a team that may be in shambles by the time a new season rolls around. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've made the tough decision to eliminate Liverpool from my fandom, leaving Brighton and Hove Albion as the team I will be subjecting my fandom to in the English Premier League moving forward. I have my contract here that I'll be signing for fandom to root for Brighton that I will sign here. It's done. The decision has been made. My allegiances lie with Brighton and Hove Albion, and it's pretty fitting that their number one rival is Josh Harris in Crystal Palace. I thank you for tuning in to the Premier Decision here on Underground Sports Philadelphia. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel where you'll find all of our content throughout our entire network right here on our YouTube channel. Subscribe, leave a like on the video, let me know your thoughts on my decision, and up the Albion, everyone. And I'll see you on Top Bins for questioning from Mark and Harrison and from your voicemails as you see this video. Let's go Brighton.